Hello, I'm Reverend Karen Davis of First Christian Church. Have you ever gone fishing? I remember one of the first times I went fishing was when we were visiting relatives in Nebraska, and my great aunt Martha took us fishing. It was so fascinating to me to figure out how to put a worm on a hook and then to sit there and wait. The whole concept of waiting and watching, and then all of a sudden when your line starts to pull and you're able to reel in that fish, it's so exciting. But the whole idea of fishing is hope and action. You go and you wait and you hope and anticipate what might happen. There are times when you might be sitting there for hours, maybe even the whole day, and maybe get a few bites, but catch no fish. And other times when you may bring home all kinds of fish, and it's so exciting. Well, this week, as we are post-Easter now, we're reading from John's Gospel, chapter 20, verses 19 through 31. And in there we find the story of Thomas. And poor Thomas, he's called Doubting Thomas, just because of the questions he asked, just because he wants some proof. Because the other disciples have seen the risen Lord, and Thomas was not there when Jesus made his appearance in the upper room to the other disciples. So Thomas wants to see it for himself. And throughout the centuries, he's been labeled as Doubting Thomas because he wanted that proof for himself. He wanted to be able to see it and not just hope and believe in it, but actually see and touch Jesus. He was given that opportunity, and for us, many times we find ourselves in situations where we hope and wait for something to happen. We have that little bit of faith in what might be, but yet we wish that there was something a little more concrete. The good news for us is that God continues to work in our world and in our lives to give us those examples, that give us that proof, that help us to find that our hoping and waiting is not in vain, that indeed we're going to reel something in and we will find the promises that God has given to us. My hope for you is that you have eyes to see and ears to hear, and that you sense it in your heart, that God indeed is at work in the world and in your life, and that God is giving you signs to see all around, giving you that proof that God is at work in the world. May you find all that you need to confirm your faith, to fulfill your hopes and dreams and all that God is yet to do. May you continue to experience new life and resurrection as God works in your life and in our world to bring about amazing things, amazing possibilities, and hope realized. May God bless you and guide you.